Welcome to the first task of the British National Hanggliding Championships 2023. With the last 2 days it's not been flyable because of the wind, the rain and stuff like that. Today looks like a good day, so we're at the top of Mont Sec with the village of Ager down there. And you may notice this is the glider I'm flying. You may notice if you've seen my YouTube before, this is a different glider to my usual glider. I normally fly a Will's Wing T3. This is a Moyes glider. It is a Moyes RX Pro. The size of it is 3.5 and this is my new glider. Here we go. So I'm not going to say too much about it yet, other than I have never ever flown this glider before. So my first chance that I've had to fly it is now in the competition. It's come straight from the World Championships where the American guy was flying it and he sold it to me. So I'm hoping that I'm going to get on with this glider. On the good side as well, the guy who designs these gliders, a guy called Heinrichs, he's had a look at it for me. He's given me some advice about the hang point and about the dive sticks. So we've sort of set it up a bit and I'm looking forward to give it a go. So I'm going to go get briefed now at the briefing and we'll have a look and fly this glider later. This is today's task. We are at the takeoff here. We're going to be flying north towards Superior. There's a dam here. Normally would go all that way, but today we're only going to this part here. And then the next turn point is way over to the east of the Tremp Valley over here. And then we go north into the bits where the crater is. You may have seen me fly before if you've looked at my other videos. Back west again, sort of south of the lake, and then north to land at the lake at Tremp, where we always have the goal field because then you can go for a swim afterwards. So that is 82 kilometres, that task. Hopefully we're all going to make it round really fast.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And
It's your turn, Darren. Check the wheel. Wait fast.
I'm airborne! Woo! I survived the takeoff. What about the rest of the flight? Whoa! Whoa! So, here we are, first flight on the Moyes. Very nervous. See what happens. Thumbling ahead of me, so I'm going down that way. Whoa! Wow, I'm getting sunk a lot here. Come on, I need a decent thermal to get me up. I actually need an easy thermal. Because I'm not used to flying the Moyes. So this is all brand new to me. First flight on the Moyes glider. Takeoff is okay. And I'm going up. That's the important thing, going up. Well, the takeoff being okay was really important, but the next important thing now is just this going upness. Whoa, not supposed to dive it like that. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to, I think. Here we go, going up. So, 30 minutes to the first start gate. That's 30 minutes in which to get used to this glider. Some people would say having your first flight on a glider in the competition is a bit silly. However, this is my first opportunity to fly it, and I didn't want to miss it, so here we go. I have flown a Moyes once before, fairly recently, which belonged to Kathleen Rigg, who had set some world records on it, and I found it really hard. Couldn't steer it. Finding this glider so far a little bit easier to steer. So let's switch you off while I just get used to flying this glider. Well, it turns out the conditions are very good. Still in that first climb, 8,000 feet now, still going up nicely. What am I noticing about the glider, different to my other one? First of all, it's digging in more on the turns. Perhaps I need to keep a little bit more speed on. I'm having to high side this glider more than I did my other one, definitely. But it is going up nicely. Here we go, still going up. About 400 feet a minute, still going up. Well, I'm now going up at 900 feet a minute. I'm now going up at 900 feet a minute. I appear to be higher than everybody else. So perhaps this glider's alright. 9,500 feet. Getting up to cloud base now. Losing it now, 9,600 feet. It's still coming up over here though, so let's go over this way a bit. Wow. Flipping out. It is harder to turn than the wheels, I think, in some ways. Maybe that's just me flying it too slowly. Let's get mixing in with the other people in the thermal now. There we go. Now I'm flying in company. Almost at 10,000 feet. The race starts soon, like in a minute, and I am 4 kilometres from the start, so now is the time to set off towards the start. There's a few people doing it, don't want to get left behind right at the beginning, so here we go. Let's set off towards the start. Here we go. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Right, time to put some speed on. Wow, this is different at speed than my other one. I'm on 3/4 VG right now. Finding it a bit more difficult to control than the wheels. Turn you off and concentrate. So a lot of people have stopped in a thermal near the start, but I noticed Gordon Rigg, top pilot, not stopping. So I sort of flew through their thermal to get me some height, and then I'm following Gordon. I'm higher than him going through that thermal. Kind of lost sight of him at the moment, but he's ahead of me somewhere. When he starts thermaling, I'll no doubt see him again. For now, I'm just heading out, looking for the next thermal further along. Tactical decision not to stop in that last thermal, but to get a jump on the race. Well, we're at the first thermal after the start. The group of us, I think we're the lead gaggle. I think that's Grant Crossingham there, the best British pilot. I'm not sure on his new glider, but I think that's it. And he keeps getting his legs out and running, and I'm not quite sure why, because normally that's the sign that the task has been stopped, waving your legs about. But I'm not sure what he's doing. So I'm just flying with everybody. Not very good thermal, some people are leaving it. I think I may well leave as well. Time to go, time to go. On a glide, Gordon's going ahead of me, below me. I'm going to follow Gordon. Because like, Gordon's always a good person to follow. That was the first time I've turned left on this glider, because in the start cylinder we had to turn right, and it turned left a bit like it turned right, so that was good. So I know it goes left and right now. Time to glide. So I've really allowed myself to get too low. Not like me, is it? And now I'm struggling. I have to say I'm not the only one. However, I desperately need a bit of thermal now. Come on! I could have gone from hero to zero here really quick. I don't find a thermal here, there's some people thermaling ahead of me. Hoping I can get in that and go up with them. Some vultures above them as well, that's always a good sign. The really important thing is not to land. Come on, Darren, come on. Come on! Ah, flipping hecky thump. Give me some hope, please. Stay with it, Darren, stay with it. Going around with lots of vultures here, all flying together. This is amazing. I've lost all the hang gliders, but there's loads of vultures with me. Hello, vultures! They've shown me where the best bit of the thermal is. I'm now going up at 800 feet a minute. Thank you to the vultures. Wow, 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 they're just flying right with me. This is beautiful. 840 feet a minute I'm going up on average. This is tremendous! Oh yeah! I got really low now, I'm back over 8,000 feet. I can't see any other hang gliders. I don't know where they've all gone. They've probably all raced ahead of me. But hey ho, I'm just going up fast. I'm on top of the world! Okay, time to leave, I think. My vulture friends are all leaving. Now I'm gonna leave. Head for the next one. Woohoo! Thank you, vultures! So I've just taken the first turn point and there's a thermal right on the turn point. So I'm stopping and going up. That will enable me to take the more direct route to the next second turn point instead of the safer route. So instead of going along there, that ridge, and going around the corner, I will go the direct route, which is that direction, because I'm high enough to do it. At least I will be, once I get up in this thermal. No idea where everybody else is. No idea. But I'm having fun. Woohoo! Oh, there's another hang glider underneath me. I've just seen somebody. Does not look to be going up as well as me though. He's coming to join my thermal. Is that other hang glider? Meanwhile, I'm just going up nicely. When it peters out a bit, I'll set off towards the next turn point. Well, I've come where I said. Back over the curve now. Suddenly there seems to be a lot of gliders around me. They're all below me. Also gliders going around in circles beneath me. I'm just looking for a good bit of thermal to get me over the next jump. Going over the lake, over that way, the bottom end of the lake next. Here we go, 400 feet a minute, this will do for now. 500 now, going up nicely. Nearly at 9,000 feet. Like to be nice and high for this next jump. I'm approaching another decision point soon. Whether to take the long route along there on the right or go straight across the plain. The long route is more guaranteed and could be faster because of better thermals. The shorter route is better if you manage to find a thermal on the way and you're high enough. I am currently getting really good glides. Seems to be going up a lot on the glides. And right now, I am 14 kilometres away from the next turn point. So I'm tempted to go for it. Especially if I can find a thermal before leaving this section of ridge that I'm on now. But it's a risk. Could put myself on the floor. You don't win the competition from the floor. Then again, you also don't win it by being slow. I think I'm going to go for it. Fingers crossed. Well, I have gone for it. And I've made it most of the way. I've gone slowly. But I'm only 4 kilometres from the turn point now. I'm almost at 7,000 feet still. Seems to be doing alright. So I've taken the short route and done it slowly. And I'm hoping that's going to pay off for me. Keep getting tempting bits of thermals when you're turning them. Disappear. Somebody's put a thermal at the turn point. Now, something I haven't told you, all that glide I was doing almost a 13 to 1 glide, and that's what I needed to get to goal all that way. So I've been almost making it on a goal glide all that way that I've flown across the big valley. So I'm thinking, if I can do well in this thermal now, this might be my last. Whoa! Whoa, thermal, what are you doing to me? Here we go. Here we go. If I can do well in this thermal here, this could be my last thermal of the flight before going to go. Thermal too, a bit bouncy, but it's going up nice. I've got it under control now, he says, confidently. Maybe not. Whoa! Come on, thermal! Woohoo! On the numbers to glide into goal here, 11 to 1. 23 kilometres from goal and 11 to 1. I'm staying with this thermal a bit longer because it's really good. But this is looking promising now. I'm not doing badly for my first flight on this glider, am I? First cross country on a Moyes, first flight on a Moyes really that hadn't tried to kill me. I still haven't seen another glider for ages. They must be miles ahead of me. It's because when I got low they must have all overtaken me. But you know what? Who cares? I'm having great fun. Right, I'm on the numbers to get to goal now. Let's do it. 10 to 1 to go. Just got to do it. Woohoo! Oh yes! I'm going to get to go on the first day of the competition. So I'm on that final glide I told you about. 13 kilometres out, 14 kilometres out really. And I wasn't making the glide, even though I was less than 10 to 1, it was like 7 to 1, and I wasn't making it. And then because I'm going into wind as well, and then I hit a little bit of a thermal, and thought I'll slow down in this, but then I saw a vulture ahead of me climbing, and that gave me the confidence to speed up. And I've got to where the vulture was, and passed it, and all the time I've been talking to you, flying in a straight line, I'm going up in a straight line for ages. Now I'm definitely going to make goal, so I can pull some speed on now. 13 kilometres out. Let's get going. I've had to slow down for a number of reasons. One is there's a hill in the way of me in the goal. So whilst I might be on the numbers, I've got to get over that hill. Once I do get over that hill, then I can maybe speed up. Oh, come on Darren, what are you doing here? Ah, turbulent round here. Ah. 300 metres to this turn point, and then I can make it turn for the hill. Oh, thermal. No point turning in it. Just use it to go up, slow down. Wow, come on Darren. I do need to get used to this glider, don't I? Last turn point done. Now to turn for goal, which is over here. The shore of the lake, that's where we're going. We'll see how many people are here when I get here. Okay, so I've finished the speed section. Ah, right, how did I do? Flying over the goal now, there's a load of gliders on the floor. Clearly, I didn't do that good because there's loads of people ahead of me. Counting them. Some of them are packed up. Wow, looks like I'm really slow. One, two, three, four, five, at least 6 gliders on the floor there. Wow, I thought I didn't do that bad, but clearly I did. 6 ahead of me at least. Including Steve, I think. First flight on this glider, not bad at all for my first flight. Quite happy with that. Let's see if I can land the bugger. Wind is coming from a different direction to normal, opposite direction. Somebody holding a windsock up for me, which without that, I might have got it completely wrong. It's really, really helpful. I can't tell you how helpful that was. That was really helpful, thank you. It's shit, I would have won on the wheels. Eh?
You know the task was shot.
No.
No. Come over the back and they hadn't had enough people off.
Well, I saw Grant waving his legs.
Yeah, that means it's at the
But he was the only one, and people were still flying, so I just kept going. Did you fly the whole time?
No. I flew straight in.
You did know it was cancelled, didn't you?
Well, I had an inkling, I wasn't sure.
The other thing
So I
is,
saw Grant running in the sky.
Well, what does that
nobody
mean?
does that.
Yeah, but he was the only one, and other people kept going, so I just flew
No,
the task.
everyone just pointed.
I won the task!
Normally, then the Italians didn't know it all.
Video.
So the Italians didn't know it all, so they raced him.
Yeah.
And Lorenzo saw that not only had we landed before him, but we were half packed up.
Yeah, I just saw that now, and I'm like, no!
And he was like, how did you get here so quick? How did you? Because he was convinced he'd won.
Well, I knew that I got low at one point, I thought everyone's going to have overtaken me. But then I took the direct route right across the valley, and it went really well.
Yeah.
So those thermals in the middle of the valley, they were good with this.
They were good.
I didn't get any. I just flew straight over.
Oh, you just got good air.
I just got good air and got to the other side.
Yeah.
On the turn point on the far ridge, I got a thermal on that ridge, on that turn point. Flew to the next one, I got a thermal just before that turn
the
point.
end worked okay because it had quite a bit of west.
It all worked really well.
Yeah. Well done, mate.
It's a bit random where the thermals are.
Anyway, it was alright.
Yeah.
So the task, will it be cancelled or
No,
just
it's cancelled. It was never valid.
Only 15 people took off.
Well, glider's alright, innit? Yeah. And yeah, happy with that, finished the task. Unfortunately, the task was cancelled. You know, I mentioned about the Grant with his legs out halfway around. That's because the task was actually cancelled. But yes, the task was canned today, cancelled completely, because the wind started coming over the back. So they cancelled the whole thing when only 10-15 people had taken off. So a real shame, but for me, from my personal perspective, I got round the course, really pleased with the new glider. It flies really well actually, and I just need to get used to it, and I think when I get used to it I'll probably be able to fly it better than I did the Will's Wing, but we'll see. Got to go now because Steve, who's nearly packed up, he wants me to pack up as quick as I can, and I've no idea how to pack this thing.
Just pack it up already. We've got beer to drink and food to eat.
You notice I had to bleep him out there because he's swearing on YouTube and I don't do swearing.